What to do in QuickBooks when the bank or credit cards have never been reconciled. Hey there, everyone. This is Matt Holquist with the QuickBooks University. This happens quite a bit when somebody either discovers that they should be reconciling the bank or credit card statement, or somebody takes over for somebody else and they find out that, hey man, this company has been operating for 2, 3, 4, 5 years and the bank account's never been reconciled, or the credit card's never been reconciled. And especially the credit card, because you see a lot where that's just not done. And so you got to go in there and you got to fix it. Now, the reason you want to fix this is because oftentimes, if you don't reconcile the accounts, even if you're using bank feeds and, the balance is about right, looks about right compared to the bank, you're going to miss some things. You're going to miss some payments. You're going to miss some expenses. You're going to there's some things you're going to miss, and it's going to mess up tax returns. It's mess up your financial statements. So you want to make sure you get these things reconciled. So you get this question a lot. Okay, so what if it's never been reconciled, or it hasn't been reconciled in 2 years or a year or whatever the case may be? Okay, so there really are 3 ways to do it. I'm going to show you how to do one of them, because you'll understand when I explain that in a second. So the first way is simply go back and reconcile every single month back to the beginning. Now, if you only have 6 months, 9 months, a year, just go back and reconcile them. It shouldn't take that long, and you're going to make sure that it's 100% correct. Even 2 years. Some people will go back 2 years and they will reconcile every month. I mean, you got 24 of them. If there's not a ton of transactions, it shouldn't be that hard at all. Now, if it's longer, you've got another option. That is a journal entry to basically fix the balance as of a certain date. I'm not going to go into that because that can get a little bit detailed, and journal entries are sometimes beyond the grasp of some people with debits and credits. So we're not going to go and do it that way. Now, the third way, which is the way that a lot of times I'll recommend to people they do, is just go in and usually go in. So let's say right now we're in May 2023 when I'm recording this video. Go to December 31st, 2022 and do a reconciliation as of December 31st, 2022. Okay, so you may be at, and you'll understand why in a second, I'll explain that. So you may be, anytime during the year, go to the previous year end. And if taxes already been done, this is going to probably create an adjustment, but it's going to get you where you need to be as of the start of the year. And then you start January 2023 with your monthly reconciliations. Okay, so here's what you want to do. We're going to say in this sample company file that this is, basically never been reconciled, and it is now we're in May and we need to go in and reconcile through the end of the previous year, December 31st. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to banking and we're going to go to reconcile and pull this over to this screen. So we'll see here 11/30/2023. Now for this sample company file, I want you to assume that you're going to take the statement 12/31/2022. This is just a sample file. It's, the last month that was reconciled. Assume you're taking 12/31/2022. You should go get the bank statement as a reference, but get that statement as of the end of last year and type in the ending balance. Okay, and this is the ending statement balance. So we're going to say it's 32,564.08. Okay, so 32,564.08 is our 12/31/2022 balance. You're going to hit continue, and you're going to see the screen, and it's going to have a ton of transactions depending on how far back it goes. Because these are all uncleared transactions. You got deposits here, you got checks and payments here. So what I want you to do is first check this box, hide transactions after the statement end date. That way it'll take out anything after 12/31/2022, and you don't want to check those off because you are going to be reconciling each of those months, January, February, March 2023. All right, and then what you want to do is you want to simply click Mark All. All right, so we're going to say Mark all the transactions, and you're going to see that there's going to be a difference down here. And I guarantee you, if your accounts have either never been reconciled or it's been quite a long time since they have, you're going to have some difference. Now, basically what this difference is going to be all the unrecorded things over time that have not hit the checking account in QuickBooks. It's just, it is what it is. And it could go back 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, could go back 10 years, depending on how far back you have to go. Now, after you check everything off, I want you to go to the bottom of the transactions and take your December 31st, 2022 statement. Get it in front of you, get it up on a screen, whatever you need to do. And you want to go through any of the checks and the deposits that have not cleared as of that date. If they have not cleared, you're going to uncheck them. Okay, so you may have, let's say these 3 checks did not clear, but this deposit did, and all these other checks cleared. All right, so now you see the difference is $24,000, even bigger than it was before. And again, this represents items that have not been entered in QuickBooks in the past. So you're going to click Reconcile now. I know, in this world, that's a big no-no. You don't want to leave this huge difference, but you're going to do this massive reconciliation as of December 31st. Put that entire adjustment in 2022. And then you'll see this. You're going to see this. There's a $24,000 discrepancy. What do you want to do? Okay, you can return to Reconcile, leave Reconcile, enter adjustment is what you want to do. So we click Enter Adjustment. And I'm going to show you what it did. So basically, it reconciled as of December 31st. Now you can start January 1st, 2023 with a fresh slate. And then it's going to put the adjustment to something called reconciliation adjustments. And let's see if I can see here. We're going to go back to November so I can show you what it is. All right, it should say reconciliation discrepancies, and it should be in the P&L somewhere if I have the right date. Here it is right here. Reconciliation discrepancies, $25,000. It's an expense. And that's because it's catching up for all those past expenses that were not in QuickBooks. Now, we're putting this big adjustment in the previous year. That way we can start the current year fresh. All right. Now, you can move this to whatever account you want to. You can do a journal entry, whatever you want to do, or you can leave it as reconciliation discrepancies. At the end of the day, the important thing is we're getting the balance right. You are starting fresh January 2023. All right, any questions, any comments, please feel free to leave those below. Also head over to the QuickBooks University, qbuniversity.org.